All right, guys, we got a Joe Flacco topic coming in the TV show as well. That's slightly different than the Joe Flacco topic we are going to discuss. Now, the first Joe Flacco topic of the day is something that we have talked about inadvertently quite a bit, and that is Joe Flacco and turning the football over. We know he had the 8 interceptions in 5 games in the regular season. Then he threw the 2 pick sixes in the playoff game. So, Bull, I wanted to start with you on this one. At this stage of his career, do you think Joe Flacco is capable of playing turnover-free football, or is this just who Joe Flacco is?
No, it's who he is at this stage of his career. I mean, he threw 10 interceptions, including the playoff game, in 6 weeks. He threw a bunch. How many interceptions did he throw last year with the Colts?
I can get you 1 second.
Yeah, I mean, he's
7.
out 7.
Yeah, he threw a lot last year.
He was 12-7.
So how many games did he play last year, Mike?
I actually just looked this up.
5.
How many did he play
6?
for
8.
Indianapolis?
Started
8.
6, played in 8.
He started 6 and had 7 interceptions.
Okay, so that means he's played 12 games over the past 2 years, including the playoff game, and he's thrown 17 interceptions in those. I mean, that is beyond awful, guys. Now, how many touchdowns did he throw last year?
Last year
He
with
had
the
12
Colts,
touchdowns.
So he also had 25 touchdowns.
So 25 touchdowns.
The last 2
17
years regular season, not counting the Texans debacle, he
Yeah.
was 25 touchdowns and 15 interceptions.
So including the Texans game, 25 and 17.
No, 15. Oh, yeah,
17.
including the Texans.
So, like, the touchdowns are great, but he's mostly offsetting what he's doing. 17 interceptions, like, you can't beat a good team that way. Now, with the Browns, I don't know that they beat anybody good. I mean, they beat the Texans in the regular season before the playoffs, but I'm pretty sure
Flacco wasn't there.
CJ. No,
He was. Flacco was.
but I think Stroud didn't play that game.
Stroud.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're
Stroud
right.
didn't, but that was the game Flacco and
You're right.
Cooper had 270
Right.
yards.
And then I could be wrong. I don't know who he played against. Like,
it was
he didn't.
Jacksonville.
Yeah.
They beat the Jets. They beat
Bad
the
teams,
Bears,
bad
and
teams.
they beat the Texans.
Right, and the Texans without their quarterback. Last year, how many games did he win? Not a lot, right?
I believe it was 2 and 4 in his starts.
Who did he beat?
I can tell you right now. Hold on. That is a long, long list of game logs. Let's
Yeah.
scroll down.
Okay.
Last year, he lost to Jacksonville,
Yep.
beat Tennessee,
Who was the worst team in the league?
Yeah,
lost to Minnesota, lost to Buffalo,
good teams.
lost to the Giants,
Awful.
Bad team.
beat Jacksonville in Week 18 in overtime.
Okay,
They lost
so
to the first and third worst teams.
so he's gone. Like, he's won 5 games the last 2 years. The best team he beat was the Texans, and they were without their quarterback. So the touchdowns are great. The passing yards are great. But against a good team, you can't overcome 2-3 turnovers. You just can't.
No.
And
say
they're
this,
playing
though,
all good teams to start the year.
I'll say this. It's when you were 20 and you walked up to a blackjack table,
Yeah,
you had a strategy.
sure.
Probably very conservative, right? I don't have much money to lose, man.
I'm a gambler, so it
Well,
wasn't in
yeah,
my
okay,
case.
right.
But a lot of
Jay.
people, yeah.
When I was 20 and I
Yeah.
walked up to a blackjack machine,
This
Yeah.
is the
or
wrong crew
table.
to use that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it probably
yeah.
is. 'Cause Bull is all or nothing.
Jason's
Yeah.
like, please don't bring me into this. I'm
He started
recovering.
sweating when I looked at him. I'll just use
degenerate.
myself as an analogy.
Yeah, yeah,
when I was
okay.
20, I didn't have a lot of money, so I held it tightly to the chest. I didn't
Yeah.
want to. I'm not going up there and risking it. At 40, when I went up there, I had some extra dollars in my wallet, so I'm like, yeah, you know what? Let's throw $100 on this hand.
Yeah.
I'm gonna split. I'm gonna double down. You play the game differently in different stages. Here's what Joe knows. I'm old. I'm at the end. I've got horrible teams around me.
Yeah.
I got to hit a home run every time.
Yes.
Let's go, baby. I'm slinging it.
Yep.
And that's why his numbers are so skewed. Now, he's still not a great quarterback. He's a serviceable quarterback with a great defense that he may adjust during the course of the game. If it's 17-14, he might stop trying to throw it into impossible windows because he might be saying now, oh, I can't play that way with this particular hand. I got a 3 on the table. So I'm going to change my strategy. But I think for the most part, he is the ultimate gunslinger at this stage of his career.
At this stage of his career. And
The Colts and the Browns, like, what the heck?
right, and you look at, the schedule they're playing to start the season.
Oh, it's even worse.
all good teams. So,
Yeah.
he's going to have to be continue to make those throws because these other teams are going to score.
And it's not like they're going to run the ball down anyone's throat.
Right,
Well,
exactly.
You know, something we haven't really discussed is the fact that he hasn't played a full season in the NFL in 8 years.
That's
Yeah.
fair, too.
8 years.
Right.
There's guys who don't play 8 years in the NFL.
Yeah.
Quarterbacks who don't last that long. 2017 is the last time he played a full season. And anyone who thinks he's going to play a full season is nuts. He's not.
Right.
Not. Of course, they want to look at the rookies, but just the fact that he's 40 and
Right.
hasn't made it through a whole season.
Yeah, he'll
in
get hurt
8
at some point.
years.
He is going to get injured at some point.
No, I don't. It wasn't. Sometimes it was just
He
nobody
was a
wanted
backup.
him to play.
He was a backup.
Yeah.
But still, how
Yeah.
can you get your body ready at 40 to do something you haven't
No.
done in 8 years?
No, it doesn't make any sense.
It's
Very
just not
difficult.
realistic. To
He's
Mike's
been
point-
running 5Ks, and now he's going to run a marathon.
Yeah,
It's not going to happen.
To Mike's point about what can you live with on touchdown interception ratio, I don't love that stat because you could throw it down to the 2 and then run it in, and now
Right,
you don't
sure.
get credit for it. So I think there's
Well,
a
I
lot
think it's
of,
more about team touchdowns and team turnovers.
But I mean, if you want to look strictly at that ratio, I think 1.5 is realistic. I mean, it's not great by any means, but for him, it's probably pretty realistic.
And that's about where he was.
1.5 to 2, somewhere in that range. You're
Right.
not going to get 2 to 1. I don't think over a full season.
I don't think you will either.
But if you can get to 1.5, you got to be above 1. And if you can get to 1.5, you're going to give yourself a chance. The thing you can't have when you're relying on your defense as much as this team is, and we've talked about this, you can't have turnovers that put your defense in a bad spot, sudden change situations where they just get off the field, it's third down, and you just throw a pick, and now they're coming right back out.
Yeah.
That's what's going to destroy this team is if you're putting your defense in bad spots
another
time and
thing
time again.
that goes along with that, Jay, and this is out of Flacco's hands. The Browns took the ball away last year at an abysmal rate. They may have been last in the league in
Yeah, I
They
think
were.
I think they
That-
were.
that- that's
okay,
correct.
No.
when your defense isn't creating turnovers,
Right.
it makes your turnovers even more punitive.
Yeah.
If the Browns get 40 takeaways, you're going to see a Joe Flacco like you've never seen before. He may throw for 400 yards because all he's going to do is back up and chuck.
Well, you have an offensively challenged team that doesn't get any short fields. That's a pretty bad combo.
It's a terrible
This is
combo.
why. This is why they said this is the reason why he gives you the best chance to win, because he ain't supposed to throw the ball right there, but you don't got no other choice. You have no other. It's like who ordered the code red? Listen, we need all code reds. Like we should be running code red drills every week. Like we don't. The thought process that this running game is going to be. Listen, even with the offensive line, like I have not seen 2021 and 2022 offensive line. That's not coming back. I know they want to run it like that, but you're not. I ain't never seen nobody 1 year ahead of retirement play 700 snaps and be a road grader at offensive line.
The Browns may be the only team in the NFL, at least that I can think of off the top of my head, that does not have a legitimate starting running back.
No, they don't have it. Like
They do not
and
at the moment.
At the moment.
At the moment. When Judkins comes back, he probably will be,
No
but he's not
movement
here
on that
now.
yesterday, right? I didn't hear anything.
I mean,
Anybody
I
hear anything?
texted you guys. He's got a
got a locker.
He's got, which I thought was odd. Like
Yeah.
I walked in the locker room, like, oh, there's Judkins' locker. Now where's he?
Doesn't
Wait-
have a jersey.
wait.
Doesn't have a contract.
Hey man, shout out to this is foreshadowing. Wait till the bold predictions later on in the show.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
he's
have
gonna
one
sign
that's very
today and
different
score 3
than
touchdowns
Adam the
Sunday?
Bulls' bold prediction, which is going to be a fun little.
His is very different than mine.
Very different than yours.
Surprises me.
Quickly, do you
Yeah.
blame the Browns for not getting the Judkins deal done?
No.
No,
I
okay.
don't.
Because I just look at it as, it's more dysfunction.
There's got to be something
I
we're
mean, there's
missing.
blame
there.
on both sides.
Yeah.
There's in a situation like this, there's
Who do
always
you blame
has to be.
more?
Actually, I think I blame the Judkins side more on this.
Well, what do you
kidding. On
what
this.
for? What exactly?
I
I mean, if I'm Judkins, I look at what they gave Bond, and I'm like, well, wait a minute. I was drafted.
well, and
where's
that's
my
fair.
guaranteed money?
And I think, if you're like, that's the part where the Browns did this to themselves. I don't think the hang-ups over the guaranteed. I don't think.
So what do you think
I
it's
don't know.
over?
I hate. I don't. I've heard things like innuendo, but
Yeah.
like to come out and say it's this. I don't want to be
Yeah,
wrong.
that's fair. Don't speculate
But
if
I
you
think
don't want
that
to.
there's stuff on Judkins' representative side that is slowing things down. I think I could.
Well, it's not helping him right now.
It's not helping.
Nope.
him.
No.
All right.
I don't know how you, as a rookie, and your lifelong dream is to play on NFL grass. I just don't know how you don't get that thing done.
I agree.
And get in
Especially with
camp.
everything you've been through the last.
Yes. Your reputation right now is in the mud. Only you can bring it out. You're not going to bring it out holding out.
Let's go,
It
Judkins.
feels like every day you miss at this point, it takes like 3 days to get back. Tell me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Like
on the prep?
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
he's missed everything.
Yeah, he can't possibly
if
be
you come
close
in
to game shape.
Every day you miss now, you
he-
are so buried.
But he's a
right
running
now.
back. I think it's a little easier.
He's not in shape.
Here's the thing somebody is telling him.
Yeah.
Somebody in his camp is telling him. They didn't got hired somebody say, listen, yeah, they used to like Nick Chubb too. Where's Nick Chubb at?
Right. Someone should be telling him that.
What position you play? Running back. How old are you? You're getting one contract, maybe.
Yeah.
This is it.
Get out there and play.
This is it. Like, so whatever guaranteed dollars you got, that's what you're going to get on this one. The second contract for a running back, don't be looking like that. So somebody is telling him.
Unless you earn it.
Yes. And you're like.
Well, let's remember he also probably made a buck last year at Ohio State too.
That's true.
So this.
Oh, yeah,
isn't-
he's
Was
getting.
it $3 million?
This isn't what it
He was
used
the.
to be.
I think he was the SEC offensive.
This isn't what it was
player
10
of the
years
year.
ago. when he came into the
I
NFL.
assume all college kids' money it went to the club and Nikes and Jordans and jewelry.
Yeah.
I feel no one has no
And that's
401k
it.
Blew it
for
all.
that.
That's it.
That's it.
Nobody else got any of that money.
Oh, listen, the crew. I got the team. With
The
me.
crew.
The crew got the team. Or one
But
of
they
your,
rolled in style for a long time.
or one of your ex fiancés. That's the way it works.